Shalom Aleichem. Welcome to the weekly Breslov Parshas here on Noach. The week's Parsha is Noach. Noach is very famous for the flood, the great flood. And it's a flood that really happened a little over 4,000 years ago is when mankind absolutely destroyed itself, like the woke people of today, where they are very much interested in destroying themselves. And they caused the flood. Now the Gemara says that the word flood in Hebrew is mabul. Mabul is from the word bilbul, confusion, frustrations, challenges. It overwhelms us. That's what happened in the flood. That's what's happening today. People have no idea what they're doing, but they do it anyway. Or, the Gemara says, the word mabul is from the word bala, to eat away at the existing civilization. And that's what happened in the flood. The entire mankind was wiped out except for Noach. Mabul, a flood. It's something that we're faced with. The Torah is alive. And the Mabul didn't only happen once, though the great flood happened only once. But the Mabul happens every generation. And we, I guess we're the fortunate ones to see the greatest Mabul in history, the greatest flood in history, overwhelm us in today's generation. So, we're all subject to different flow. We're flooded with information. We're flooded by the internet. We're flooded with our telephones. We're not given a chance to even think for a moment. And what happens? It destroys us, right? The misinformation out there is enough to destroy entire countries, and it's happening. For example, the latest charges against Israel are the charges of genocide. They killed people. Who's the first one to come up with this charge? Spain. Isn't that nice? Spain, who conducted the Spanish Inquisition, in which hundreds of thousands of people were killed, tortured, maimed, and had their entire possessions stolen by the church. They're the ones who claimed genocide. Isn't that amazing? Don't you find it interesting? And so on and so forth. Apartheid. Israel is accused of apartheid. Who's the second country that supported the claim of genocide against Israel? South Africa, where apartheid actually existed for 100 years or maybe more, whatever. So it's these types of mass misinformation that come at us every single day. And what are we supposed to do about it? Well, Noach was commanded to build a teva, an ark. He built an ark, and everybody who was saved with him, which means Noach, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives, were all saved from the ark. The Medrash says the word teva, ark, also means word. Our words are what save us. Just like the words of the Medrash are, just like the ark protected Noach, so too our words will protect and purify us. Now take a notice. Every person has different sides to them. There's a right side, a left side. Right eye, left eye, right ear, left and right nostrils, right and left arms, right and left legs. Person is built multi-sided. There are only two organs that are a dead center in the body: the mouth and the genital area, right? A person who speaks properly, kindly, cleanly, that person is a moral person. It will be found in the way he conducts himself morally. A person who is immoral, you'll find that his mouth is filled with profanity and many other things wrong, many other different defects of speech. The teva, the ark that saved Noach, today manifests in our speech. How we speak, how we converse with others, how we speak respectfully, not downgrading, not deprecating people. That is the most important lesson that we can find from Noach. Learn how to talk properly. It comes out at the end of the Parsha too, where it speaks about the generation of the Tower of Babel. After the flood, a few generations later, they began to build a Tower of Babel. Babel also was like from the word Bilbul, confusion. They were going to build a tower that goes up to heaven. And, it says there, Nasa lonu shem, nasa migdal v'rosho b'shamayim. Let us make a tower, its head is in heaven. V'nasa lonu shem, and we'll make a name for ourselves. Right? We're going to build a city and make a name. The word ear, city, and shame together forms the word Rishaim, evil people. People who are hell-bent on destroying themselves. People who are hell-bent on making a name for themselves. And I have to be something, I have to be recognized, it's arrogance and haughtiness. That is the lesson that we learn from the generation of the flood. Interesting, the Gemara says that the people of the generation of the Babel, of the Tower of Babel, they were atheists, completely against God. So they were turned, a third of them were wiped out. A third of them were turned into monkeys, into demons, right? Now, aside from the fact that if the U.S. government ever wanted to spend money on research to see where man comes from, and they claim man comes from monkey, right? They were thrown out hundreds of billions of dollars on research. The Talmud says openly that from the people of the Tower of Babel, people were turned into monkeys, into chimpanzees, into different types. Bullies became gorillas, and so on and so forth. What you have is a situation, just take a look at the way humanity behaves itself today. Take a look at all the demonstrations on college campuses, or no king demonstrations, or whatever it is. right? They're all out for Palestine. Well, there was a peace agreement made a couple of weeks ago, right? And they're still demonstrating. What are you demonstrating for, right? It just shows you that the monkeys really came from human beings. And that's what the Parsha is teaching us. Watch where you go. Watch your tongue. Watch what you say. Be careful how you act, right? Don't become that monkey. Don't become that sapien. I think that's what they call it, right? Learn to be a homo sapien, a human being. And that's what the lesson of the Parsha is. Have a great Shabbos and let everything go well in your lives. Amen.